This has quickly turned into one of my favorite tools. It's becoming a go-to all over the property. It's called the Fiskars Pruning Stik tree pruner. And boy, Fiskars, did you give this one mouthful of a name. I'm using the 5-foot version of this. I believe the model number is 9234. And there's also a larger version of this, but I haven't used that one yet. And so far, I haven't needed it. But I like this one so much, I would probably get that one soon. So welcome back to Old Iron Acres. Let's dive in. In the last video here, I was telling you about how I wanted to renovate the barn here behind me. I'll try to put a link to that video up here for you. So I was telling you about all the brush that I have to cut from around this building. Lots and lots of it. Now this could be done in a lot of different ways. I guess I could get my tractor out and use my bush hog. I could try to do it with the tractor grapple. I could use my Makita hedge trimmer. And I still like that Makita hedge trimmer. You can see the video to that up here. I could use just regular loppers on all of this. I know I'll use a chainsaw for some of it. You know, chainsaws don't really do the small stuff very well. They bounce around and it's just not the right tool in my opinion, unless it's something 2 to 3 inches in size or bigger. And I suppose a weed eater or a string trimmer could be used. But this stuff is about the size of a finger, most of it. And I just don't feel that's the right tool. The string wouldn't go through it or cut through it, unless I got a bush cutting head, like a saw blade head. But this job is a little different. But I think my go-to in this circumstance for this project is going to be this pole hedge trimmer. Blah, 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 pole trimming. I can't say the whole name. Fiskars, call it something simple. Have you ever used one of these before? Love to know your opinion. So here are some things that I love about this product. One, I think it's really affordable. It's got really good reach at about 5 feet tall. It has 2 ways to operate it. You can slide the handle and that activates the head, or you can pull the ripcord on the end. Both of them will trim whatever's in the cutting teeth. If it fits in, I try to cut it. I'll put an affiliate link down below in the description if you're interested. I use it both ways a lot, but I try to do it one at a time because I have had it try to pinch my fingers if you use more than one way at a time. The real magic to this is in the head. Right here is a switch that if you flip, you can now take and angle the head 270 degrees. This lets you find just the right cutting angle for you. I really like it about at a 20-degree angle. I think that makes it versatile. So by being at this angle, it really lets you dig the teeth in there and flush cut little brush. And another benefit of that angle, it can reach around to the backside of a trunk of a tree to a branch that you can't get super easy access to, but still do a nice clean cut. Now, one other thing that I really love about this reach, keeping a distance, I can really stay away from prickers and things. Here, we cut something and I can grab it and pull it out and let go and start to make a pile to be picked up later. I've really gotten pretty good at cutting things. Okay, this happened on cue. It does occasionally jam, but not too often. I've really gotten pretty good at cutting things. Nice flush cut on the ground, but then picking them up and adding them to a pile. So this has a good reach, keeps me out of the thicket over there. Does a great job flush cutting down to the ground. But I can also get up close to any of the buildings here with ease and pull all this garbage out. I'm always a fan of staying away from things with the prickers because everything out here is trying to kill me. I find I can really use this for quite a while. It's pretty comfortable to use. There's no bending over and picking up all your cuttings. This can move things around. It's got a good reach to reach up over your head to branches and down low, obviously. Keeps me a good safe distance away from the poison ivy I cut. But I will say, I can be pretty rough on this pruner. I will frequently stick this into the dirt to get a nice flush cut. And then, after flush cutting everything, I'll even use it like a rake to pull my trimmings out. As long as it fits inside that mouth, I'll cut it down. Look at that, looking better already. Now, I know I am rough on these, but I figure getting them in the dirt, hey, I can resharpen these blades, but it's worth it to get that clean cut down at the ground level, flush cut. Make sure that I don't leave any spiky little knife points sticking up from the ground that could puncture a zero-turn tire or a tractor tire. It's just nice knowing, got nice, even land to deal with. It does a great job cleaning off the ground. This also excels at cutting low-level branches on trees. You can make some quick work of it. 1, 2, 3. There's some ivy gone, cut. It can really quickly take some limbs down for you. And you can carry them away. Now, I like to make a pile that I can come back with my grapple to carry to a burn pile later. So another great thing about these is they're super quiet, no motor. It's not like a chainsaw. I can just really enjoy some peace and quiet out on the farm, trimming some limbs. It really is a go-to product for me. I use it all the time. And as a matter of fact, I actually own 3 of these. I kind of find them to be like a social tool. It's a lot of fun to go out with a couple people and just trim away. You'll feel like you've done so much work in 15 minutes. Imagine if you have a half hour or an hour, you can make quite a pile quickly. Now, things are not all butterflies and flowers with these things. There are some downsides. This seems to be frequently how they will end up. I have broken 2 of these so far in the past year. The common breaking point seems to be this piece, which is made out of a polymer or plastic. It's super, super strong, but if you put a whole bunch of tension or torque on it, they seem to kind of rip, tear, twist, break. Fiskars has been great. They have sent 1 full replacement stick and 1 replacement head. They've stood behind their product. So I can't say bad things. They've backed their product, and it is a great product. I really enjoy using it, and it does a lot of work. Personally, I just wish that they made a heavier, dutier version, or one that was easier to disassemble and replace parts maybe, but I'm happy with the way it is. But once I learned what I was doing wrong, I think I can stop breaking them or prevent breaking them once I realize the situation that tends to break these. With failure comes experience, and with experience comes wisdom. So I think I've figured out how not to break these anymore, and I'm still really happy with the product. So I'm gonna try to show you how these have been breaking on me, hopefully without breaking mine. So what usually would happen would be I'd be reaching up high to grab a branch, and I was having a hard time getting through the wood. And so I would back up and put all my weight on the string like this and pull. But if you can see, the stick is coming down with the force, but it's not enough force to cut the branch. And so what happens is you're putting the downward motion plus the pulling, it just puts a lot of torsion on that piece where it breaks. So the minute I kind of see this, I try to keep the branch up in the air and hope that I can get through. Really, that's probably where I should be jumping to a different tool, but because it fits in the mouth, it's tempting to give it a try. But I realize you just need to go for slightly smaller parts or move the pruning stick from different angles to try to cut through. This also usually is happening with hardwood species of trees. I really think that's a pretty minor gripe for the amount of work I get done with this product. It's fantastic. I recommend it. I would say I'm probably or possibly one of the heaviest or heavier users of this product. Most residential people or properties that are a little smaller, I don't think you would use it at that level. But out here, I use this tool constantly, and that's the one problem I've had with it. My only other gripe with their warranty is you have to file it online, and they can be quite non-responsive for 2-3 weeks. And you kind of wonder or question if they're gonna replace it or not. I wish they were a little quicker, at least in replying that they got your request. But with COVID, I think they've shut down their phone lines and you can't talk to people, so you just kind of feel like you're reaching out into a black hole. But so far, they've come through and replaced them when I've needed them to. Now, this product really is a home run for me. I think it's fantastic. It's a must-have. It's fast, it's easy, it's affordable, and it's versatile. As a matter of fact, I rarely reach for my old loppers anymore. Maybe if I'm felling a tree and I'm just doing a little bit of limb cleanup, but generally I go straight to these, almost in all circumstance. Now, I normally don't move this fast. This is actually about a little over 10 minutes of cutting, but I've sped it up here to about 30 seconds just to show you how you can make quite a pile with this thing. Here I'm just trying to get so I can even walk through the middle and to be able to get my chainsaws in later to cut some of the thicker branches, but boy, does it pull out the branches quickly. Now, that's not to say that other tools aren't important. I still love my steel chainsaws, my pole saw, and of course, I love my tractor. But there's sometimes you just can't get a tractor into a tight spot. These are just priceless to help maintain a large property. Well, thanks so much for watching. If you like this at all, please subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. That really helps me and keeps me motivated. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about my process and what I'm doing. Let me know if there's any tips or tricks that you do to clean up messes like this. I'd love to hear it. I love to learn. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. There goes a rabbit. Old Iron Acres.